What is up, Sagittarius? Welcome to your general timeless reading. My name's Jordyn. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and check out my Patreon channel. Let's get into it. Let's see what we got going on for you. Sagittarius. Ooh, Sagittarius, why do I feel very watery with you though? Like very, very watery. In a very like positive way. It's like you're ready, you're very feminine right now, which I don't use this tarot deck often, which is really nice. It's called the Good Tarot. So let's get into it. Let's see what we got going on for you. Sagittarius. 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 Show me what I most need to see. Oop. What do we got here? The Five of Air. That's the Five of Swords. Okay. What's we have for Sagittarius? The Four of Swords. This is what you're shifting out of. Fives are indicative of change, fours healing, the moon, which is Cancer energy. It's also very feminine energy. It's very intuitive energy. The moon does remind me of water, right? Because water flows. Moon, intuition, the feminine, emotions, right? I love this. I love this. And you have a lot of blue going on. And then we have the Chariot, more Cancer. So you have, the moon is Pisces, but it's also Cancer energy for me as a reader. Then we have the Chariot, which is more Cancer energy, and Cancer is water. Water energy. You don't quite see it yet. I feel... Some of you, this is an old... We have like two pockets of the collective going on. We have the collective that's like already at the Chariot. Like, I'm already flowing down the river like freaking Pocahontas. And then we have the part of the collective that's like, I don't feel like I'm flowing anywhere yet. Jordyn, I feel really like in my head, kind of confused about where I'm going or what I should be doing. I just honestly want to sleep, and I have all these ideas and I don't know which one to really stick to yet. So that's why I'm watching your damn video. Can you help me out, Cub Scout? You know, it's the lack of clarity, and it's the taking the step back, trying to figure out where you're going. Then you have the people who've already had like the aha moment. And they're like, oh my God, right around the river bend, you know, Chariot. I like it. I like it a lot. It's funny because it's like two very different, we have two different timelines. But it makes sense because Sagittarius, you are the current South Node. The South Node is changing on the 19th of January. So, then we have the Five of Fire. Fire! I like this. This is like ambition. It's very Mars energy to me. It's I know what I want to create. I know what I want to build. Don't get in my way because I will burn you down in a very loving way, because I just want the best for everybody, but don't get in the way of my progress. Don't get in the way of my goals. The Five of Wands is the card of determination. It's diligence, it's practice, it's personal power. I really like this energy. I like this a lot. It's like you go from being very, very slow, very calm to lit up, right? We go from all this blue, calm, feminine energy to all this masculine, very, okay, I'm ready to progress. I'm ready to move forward. Really nice. Okay, let's get... That's weird. I feel like we have like four more coming out. Okay. We have the Messenger of Earth, which is the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Wands in reverse. You're not telling anybody what you're doing. You're keeping it under wraps. The Six of Wands, I know a lot of readers are like, oh my gosh, this is the card of victory. You're coming out of war and everything's great. Yeah, technically it is. It's also the card of recognition. It's someone who's like, I want you to clap for me because I just came out of something really difficult and now I overcame it, right? We go from the Five of Wands to the Six of Wands, right? You're like, I'm really determined to do this. I'm being very methodical and very practical about it because I want it to be stable and grounded. It's that, what's that phrase? Like, there's some people, it's basically the essence of not everybody wants you to succeed, right? And it's just the sad truth of it. Because some people are like, oh, I'm love and light, you know, and I'm going to spread love and happiness to all the collective, which is awesome sauce. But then there's some people who are still working from their ego and lack self-love and self-worth. And when someone else is succeeding, it bothers them because it's them projecting their own distorted feelings of themselves on another person. And they're looking at them like, oh, you're successful? Well, that makes me mad at myself because I'm not successful and I'm not growing in life and I wish I was, which in turn makes me despise you because you're doing things that I wish I was doing for myself, which is really nothing to do with the other person. So you're basically keeping this under wraps because you want it to be a Six of Wands. You want it to be successful and you realize like, this isn't something I should be sharing with people. I'm going to keep it to myself and I'm just going to grow so big and I'm going to grow so tall and I'm going to grow so abundant that when I explode into a million pentacles and cups of love and success and stability, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for my frequency. I'm doing it to align with all that I am, right? I'm not doing it for recognition. I'm just doing it because it fulfills me, right? Lovely. Love it. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. You are ditching some people. And then we have the Four of Pentacles because you're protecting this and underneath that is death, transformation. Yeah, you're like, I'm not going to tell a damn soul because I'm protecting this project. The Five of Pentacles is the card of ghosting as well. It's not just about abandonment or a lack mentality or scarcity mindset. It's also ghosting. It's like, oh, I see you over there. You want to be part of this? Oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything, right? Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles means that there's an Ace of Pentacles energy between it. Whatever you are building for yourself, you're like, no touchy. No touchy. Stay over there. It's mine. Bye-bye now. I dig it. I dig it, I dig it, dig. Okay, ooh, what do I want to use? I was gonna use spellcasters, but then I touched it and I was like, pit. No thanks. Not a fan. I want to use something like really like powerful for you, like very different. And I don't feel like I have it here. I do. I'm gonna yeah, I do. What is it? Okay, Tarot Dreams. That's it. Yeah, because you need a Palace card. Palace cards describe the environment. You're basically manifesting a new reality, which is really nice because when you get into this kind of energy and you're protecting something because it's so precious to you, you're manifesting a new reality. You're also subconsciously protecting your energy because whatever this is, in an essence, is a part of you. And so you're learning to shield your energy and no longer leaking those parts of yourself to relationships, situations, the fear of not having enough money or not having the home you want, whatever it is, right? The fear of not being successful. You are now embodying like, no, I'm doing this for me and it's gonna work, right? It's awesome. I love this. I love this so much. Like this is an awesome kind of energy to be in. This is really cool. And for those of you who are kind of still over here, like, just breathe. Just breathe. Enjoy this process. I promise you, enjoy this process. Enjoy this pause. Because when it starts to pick up, you're going to be like, what the fuck is happening? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be fun though. It's going to be fun because you're going to enjoy it for yourself. You're going to learn some lessons, don't get me wrong. There's going to be some curveballs thrown at you because you're trying to create a 10 of Pentacles, a 10 of Pentacles and a 10 of Cups. And when you do that, the universe is going to energetically and, well, that is energetically, I was going to say like on a frequency level, throw you the lessons that you need to learn in order to be fully prepared to sustain a 10 of Cups and a 10 of Pentacles, which is an open heart space, unconditional love, and true stability, not just in relationships, but in finances and your spirituality and your routine and yourself and your health and your care, all that. Okay? It's a lot, which is awesome. Let's look at the Five of Air, the Five of Swords. Da 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 da. Yeah. I'm a fan. Nice. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles, Empress. You're like, I know I have all these ideas and I want to start this project. I want to start that project. That's why it's an Empress energy. You're embodying such a high frequency. It's divine feminine. We manifest from thought and feminine energy. Empress, right? All these new ideas, Ace of Pentacles. But you're like, I don't know which one I want to pick and I'm struggling to make a decision. Five of Swords, the inner conflict, right? Swords, intellect, thought, communication. But 5 is also indicative of change. You're wanting to let something go. You're wanting to switch cycles, but you're like, where do I want to go? Don't know, right? Where do I want to go? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Don't know. Can't make the decision yet. Wow. Let's look at the 4 of Swords. And okay. I was seeing if I wanted to do them together. They're like, no. Because the moon's contemplation. The 4 of Swords is kind of like this. It's kind of like this mopey energy, to be honest with you. It kind of feels like a 5 of Cups. Like, I'm just depleted now. I'm just sleepy. We have the World, and then we had the 6 of Swords. So the World and the 6 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. Between the 6 and the 4 is a 2 of Swords, which means that you are not seeing that this time in the 4 of Swords is actually meant to close out this cycle. It's not meant to make your life more difficult or make you feel that things aren't moving fast enough. It's time for you to come back home to yourself, to reground your energetic body. So I'm not even kidding you. Like, when you lay in bed at night, I want you to picture like your energetic body, like a Disney movie of like ghost of whatever past. I don't know why I want to say ghost of girlfriend's past, because that's not it. Christmas past, whatever it is. Coming back to your body. I want you to literally visualize like your energetic self coming back to your body. Ground yourself, and then let it sink into the bed. Let it sink into the earth. Let it sink into the floor. Call yourself home at night. Allow yourself to be at peace. I deserve peace. I deserve peace. Okay? Because you are moving forward, even if in the tangible world you do not see it with your physical eyeballs. Okay? Okay. Let's look at the moon. Let's look at the moon. The moon. Page of Wands in reverse. Oh, the contemplation. You're playing mind games with yourself. That's what's going on here. Page of Wands to me, yeah, majority of the time it's like the ego, the wounded child, but it's also my mind games card. It's someone who you kind of like manipulate yourself. You're like, oh, well, if I do this, then I can't do that. You're kind of like putting yourself on a mental roller coaster, and you don't need to do that. You're creating a lot of illusion and distortion when you just need to flow, baby, flow. Flow, flow. Let's get one more on the moon. Oh, no, okay, okay. No touchy. No touchy. That's it. Don't play mind games with yourself. Be at peace. Listen to some affirmations. I got hundreds of them listed on my meditation affirmation app. I literally listen to them myself. Not app, playlist. I don't want you. I was talking. Go back home. Let's look at the Chariot. Okay, I'm sorry. Knight of Swords in reverse. 3 of Cups. 6 of Wands in reverse. That's funny. Devil in reverse. There we go. And then the Chariot in reverse. Okay. There's people who want in on this. There's like soul tribe energy. 3 of Cups to me is soul tribe. And with the 6 of Wands, you're like, no, because if I let you in on this, then it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not something you want to share. And it's like, you know deep down that it's like if I were to say that to you, it's going to create a fight. If I were to say that I don't want to do this with you, or I really want to go to this place by myself, or if I want to live by myself, or I don't want to be roommates anymore, or I want to start this business, or I don't want to, whatever it is, right? I want to do this on my own for me because I need to do this for me. It's almost like you recognize that by you moving in a different direction, it's healing for you, but it's a trigger for this individual, right? I feel like you have, if it's a group of people, you're going to have like one person who's kind of like, I can see that. It's like you have the one friend who's on your wavelength, and then you have the 2 or 3 other friends that are like, oh my gosh, how dare you? How dare you do that? That's so rude. Is it rude that I'm setting boundaries and making decisions for myself that fulfill me as an individual? I'm not here to please everybody. Sorry, that doesn't make me inconsiderate. I'm just going to be honest with you, because if you did sign into this contract with these people, you'd be miserable. And then you'd be sitting there the whole time trying to figure out how to get out of that contract. So really, you're saving yourself a headache long term. Just saying. Okay, Queen of Swords, yeah. And then Death and Strength. Some of you are going to be leaving this social group because it's just like nonsense drama. And the Five of Wands is the card of drama. And you're now speaking your truth about how you don't want to be part of this anymore. And this has been a long time coming. Yep. And that's why you're keeping this under wraps. No, bye-bye. We have Death, the Queen of Swords, and Strength. Queen of Swords is very direct, very blunt, very honest. With Strength, you're coming in with a lot of confidence, a lot of personal power about what you want to change in these dynamics or relationships or situation, or just completely just be like, hey, deuces, like this ain't working anymore, love you to death, but we're holding on to something here that's just not resonating, so I'll see you in the next life, and that's okay. Like, I still love you, but it's just, people grow, people change, and there's no point in, I'm not going to beat a dead horse here. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles. Let's see what you're moving toward. Some of you, it's a new person. I just got that. Some of you, it's a new person. I think majority of you, it's actually a project. It's something for yourself. Six of Pentacles. This is you retracting your energy. You have a chaser. Some of you, this person or people you're walking away from aren't going to let it go. Yeah, Five of Swords and Eight of Wands. And you're like, no, I'm out. Yeah. They're trying to basically like pull your energy, because the Six of Pentacles is the exchange of energy. It's the scales. And they're investing all this energy, but it's rooted in conflict. Five of Swords, which tells me that they might either be fighting with you or trying to basically say that you're betraying me, but it feels like a betrayal because you're setting a firm boundary around something that no longer resonates with you. That's not me giving you an excuse, so go about this in a way that is actually working from authenticity and a higher self, right? Be realistic about it. Don't use this reading as an excuse to do something that's low vibrational and going to hurt other people. Be honest, okay? Then we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is you moving in a new direction that is of your highest good, because the Eight of Wands leads to a Ten of Wands. This is releasing the burden. Okay? Let's look at the Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, Six of Cups. There's the new person in the Ace of Wands. Some of you, this is a side piece. I'm just going to say it. Some of you, it's like, okay, I need it out of the situation because there's somebody else I want to pursue. I'm just going to call it like I see it, okay? And you want to keep it under wraps because you didn't want them to find out that you had somebody else that you were interested in. If it's romantic, okay? I'm just going to tell you. You had another relationship that was really important to you that you're like, actually, I want to move in this direction, okay? You need to be honest, though, because if you do it from a place that's not authentic, you're going to it's going to come back to you. It's the law of karma. Okay? So just be honest about it. But you do have a new beginning with a new soulmate coming in. That's the other person we were feeling. Let's look at let's get one more on the Six of Wands in reverse. That's what you didn't want people knowing about. Yeah. King of Wands okay. I'm not a fan of this energy. This is that manipulative energy. Okay, you might be playing mind games with yourself, trying to justify why the way you're leaving the situation is correct. I'm telling you, because there's some deceptive vibe coming, and it's coming from the person who's leaving to the new cycle, which to me as a reader comes off as Sagittarius. Okay, I'm telling you, it's going to work out a lot better if you work from a higher state than a low frequency state. This is a manipulative and sneaky energy. It's not a nice energy. It's someone who's like, I got what I wanted and I snuck out of that situation. It's kind of like they're celebrating in silence. It's a no bueno. I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's a no bueno, because you're starting a new cycle rooted in very deceptive energy. Okay? Then we have the Four of Pentacles, and it's like you're trying to hide it to protect it. Four of Pentacles, right? Very redundant as to what we were talking about in the overall, the 5, the 4, and then what did you have underneath that? The ending, right? You're abandoning something because you want to protect something, but then something's going to end, and you might lose both of them. Okay, so let's look at the 5 of Pentacles for Sag. So I'm just telling you, try to work from the highest place of authenticity. Okay. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, Magician in reverse, and the Hermit. Okay. And the Queen of Cups in reverse. So, now you're coming to this place of, okay, I know from my feminine, because you're thinking in the beginning from your feminine, from this very high frequency energy, and now you're thinking from the distorted masculine of, okay, I got what I wanted, I can move forward with it, I got away from it, and now your heart space is kind of closed down. So you're now in this place of 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. I need to work on loving myself a little bit more, right? That's the overall energy, is this sense of lack of self-worth that's going on. So if you're leaving one situation because you don't feel valued in it, to go to another situation and have a fresh start to hopefully feel valued by that person, you're just repeating a cycle over and over and over and over and over. Even if you're attracting something of a higher frequency, it's not going to attain higher frequency, because that higher frequency started with you embodying this frequency of loving yourself. And now you're floating back down to this frequency. It started with you. It started with you, which is why all this change manifested, which is why your overall energy is rooted in abandonment and insecurity and needing to work on self. The 8 of Pentacles to the 9 of Pentacles has the Ace of Pentacles in between it. It's the need to work on loving self. To get to an Empress, you're a 9 of Pentacles, then a Queen of Pentacles, then an Empress. Okay? You're not loving self. Queen of Cups in reverse, okay? And now you have a misuse of power going on. Magician in reverse. There's a need to do some deep introspection as to why you're leaving one thing, hiding something, jumping into something new. Is it really because of the relationship, or is it more so because of what's going on inside of you and not feeling that you have that reciprocated love? Or is it that you have a high caliber of what you want to receive because you don't know how to give it to self? I know, not a fun thing to hear. I wouldn't know how to tell it to you if I didn't go through it myself. Okay? But I love you and I wish you the best. And I just want you to think about that, because it's just for you to grow into the highest version of yourself. But there's some deceptive energy coming out at the end, but you started it with a very high frequency energy. And that's why you had all this amazing divinity start to build up, and then the divinity diminishes when the deception comes in, because now you're working from the ego, from the fear, from the pain. Okay? So, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you want a personal reading or Reiki session, go ahead, book it down below. I wish you the best, and I'll see you next time.